everybody, I'm RENZO Mox, and welcome back to another RENZO mock review. So after releasing episode 8 of RENZO, we're going to get back on the mock train, reviewing a lot more mocks and giving you guys a lot more of this stuff that I like to put out and hopefully you guys like to watch. Starting off with the random, out of nowhere, Swampland's Aliens. So, let's get started. Now this is the Grublin, and he is small. Like, super small. You may have noticed there was another guy. We'll take a look at him later. But this is the Grublin. And he is pretty tiny. I want to say he's probably smaller than Geo. Doesn't have that much going on with him. Well, he's got a lot going on, but he's pretty tiny. So, what is a Grublin? A Grublin is essentially just a little goblin, a little creature, but they're made out of trees. So you can kind of see their stump, they're kind of just little stumps with grass and stuff growing on them, and it's all throughout the mock, and that's really what I wanted to do. I wanted to evoke this sort of feeling of nature and kind of this gross, groggy nature. Fun fact, these are actually not, these are based off of a creature from a video game called Grublin, so I kind of just stole that name. The game isn't too well known, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm not even going to say what it is. But they're just these little like goblin creatures that I saw the source and I was like, hey, I'll throw a picture up. I saw the source and I was like, hey, I want to build that. It looked like a really cool idea, so I threw one together. And it's very intricate. The articulation on this guy is not very good. He's got a lot of limited articulation because I was trying to make him look more aesthetically pleasing than I was actually trying to make him a good movable mock like I do most cases. So he doesn't have a bend on his arm. It's just a simple like rotation. Ball joint is very limited because of the way I constructed the head, so he can't really move that much. He can move, yeah, no, he's very restricted. His hand is on an open ball joint, so he can move it all around like that, and that gets for some kind of creepy looking poses sometimes. The fingers can each move. Frankly, what I should have done is done what I did on the blade arm, where it's this ratchet joint. As you can see, you could just imagine he shoved a blade onto his arm. That's all it is. And then the legs are at a pre-bent angle using red axles. I don't have any black ones left. And they bend a good amount, not an amazing amount. And then the feet are nice and big so this guy doesn't topple over. His head, there really is no head. The body is the head. You can see the red Borak eye or orange Borak eyes in there, kind of surrounded by this grassy substance, and I really wanted to get that look. It's a very nice, intimidating look. He's got some like horns up here, some antenna that like move around depending on his mood. They kind of act as giant eyebrows or whatever. He does have a spike horn in here, but I wanted to take that out and like replace it with like a tooth or something like that, but it looks empty once I take that out, so okay, I'll leave that out. Yeah, that's an interesting look. I'll probably end up replacing it down the line just to fill out that area a lot more. But the Grublin is very basic. There's not much to talk about with him, just a weird little ogre thing. And somehow I managed to fill up 3 minutes of time. Oh my god. But yeah, that's the Grublin. And on the other side of the spectrum, we have the Leviathan. It's a very common name for aliens, and it's kind of a little too epic sounding for this alien, but I figured, hey, this guy, just the first name that came to my head was Leviathan. So this is a Leviathan. You guys can't even see all of him. Let's go down a little bit, and let's start actually with the legs. So you can see he's a lot weirder. He's kind of like a tree. I didn't notice this before, but these pieces, these actual hair pieces from Chewbacca do help to kind of show off the look of a tree, which I didn't notice before, but I guess it works very nicely, so a lot of people think that he's a tree, which is cool. I wasn't even going for that texture. I was originally going for just actual hair, but then I was like, meh. As you can see, the feet are weird. I use these seat pieces from the HF mech sets, and I just kind of use that. He's got some hints of gold everywhere throughout him. I assume that's armor or something, but the feet are really weird. I don't know why I decided to go with that. I guess I was looking for green feet that weren't these ones, because I used it for the head, obviously. He does have a little bit of a skirt here. This is awkward. It can't really move at all because it's the way it's attached. It's kind of fastened in there, and it can only move side to side because it's on a weird ball joint angle. But these skirt pieces can move around. It doesn't look the best from the back. This guy was kind of a table scrap, if you can't tell. I kind of was just throwing things together with no real passion. So that whole area is really bad. If I were to go back and modify him, I put another green leaf here so we can cover up this whole area. In fact, I will do that, actually. His body, as you can see, is just really small. He's got a red bark eye there, and then he has this belt, which I think actually looks really nice. It wraps around his body very nicely. Moving up a little bit more, you can see he's got this neck. It actually can't bend down at all. This is about as far as it can go. His head is freaking weird. He's got this 2 HF boots with a Zamor sphere in the middle, a silver one. He's got these weird, like, I feel like that's not... There we go. He's got these weird horn things, and then he's got some hair, so... Really? No! He falls over a lot, too. I forgot to mention that. His arms are just as weird as his legs. Just as long. I don't like this area here. I wish I probably should fill that out. But for weapons, he's got this scythe thing. Not a scythe, but I imagine it's like a sickle or something weird like that. Just something to show that he kind of lives in the swampy area, and he's kind of weird looking. He's obviously got the gold armor up here. And then this bat that you would expect a big lumbering giant like this to wield. So, yeah, he's a very, very, very weird mock. I like that about him, though. It makes him stand out. It makes him look a lot more unique than you might think. So, yeah, this is the Leviathan. They were probably really slow, lumbering creatures that just go, like, probably don't attack unless invoked. I imagine they just, like, spend their time walking around swamplands or whatever. They're probably not super intelligent either. I don't imagine them, like, leaving other planets. I imagine them sticking strictly to, like, a swampy planet. But, yeah, that is the Leviathan. So let's move on to the overall. So this was a bit of a weird review to come completely out of nowhere. I apologize for that. I had a lot of fun designing these guys, absolutely. I think they're some of my most fun mocks that I've ever created. And I want to do more stuff like this. I really like, as I'll always say, I love doing weird, absurd-looking things. And you're going to see that with one of my next mocks for the voting area. You're going to see that I just went crazy with one of them. So, yeah, I really like these guys. We have the Leviathan and the Grublin, and I really like them. I don't know if I'm actually going to ever use them. I don't know if we're going to ever see a swamp planet in RENZO. Hopefully I can fit that in there somewhere, but I'm planning to. I just don't really have a certain... I don't really have a certain plot plan for that if I were to do that, but I can make these guys work, certainly. So I don't know if I'll keep them around or not. I'm assuming I will, but I hope you guys enjoyed this mock review, and let's go right on to the voting section. So thank you guys for watching this review, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Hello, friends. Welcome back to the voting area. So obviously I haven't done this in a while, but now we're going back to tradition with this one, and I got a couple for you guys to review. So obviously RENZO episode 8 just came out recently, and there were some villains that you guys probably hadn't seen before. So it's no surprise I'm obviously going to be reviewing them, because originally they weren't planned to be in that episode, but then I showed them off and I said, hey, let's just do this. So for number A, we have this guy who, oh, frick. I don't have a name for him right now. Hopefully I can come up with one and write it in the description. But if not, then just vote A. A is this guy. He's a pirate samurai. If that's not enough to get you excited, then there you go. This is A. Vote A for this guy. Or B, you can vote for B, which is another mock that I'm very happy with, and I hope you guys are happy with too. Here we go. This is Lofty. Here's Lofty. He's a wizard. So vote A, this guy, B, Lofty, or C, again, another mock I don't really have a name for, this guy. This is obviously one of Genesis' species from Life of Night, but he's a little messed up, so vote A, B, or A, this guy, B, Lofty, or C, this Coration. I'll write their names down in the description. Please read that and then make your vote. A, B, or C. A, this guy, B, Lofty, and C, this guy. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Good luck on the vote. I hope you pick one of these, please. Alright, anyways, thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.